What are we doing to our kids? I was just at the park with my two boys and someone left a bunch of really fun, cool plastic beach toys for the sandbox. They weren't ours. They were no one's who was there. So my boys go over and they start playing with them because they're no one's. And time again, a kid would come over, try to play with a toy that my boys weren't using, and their parents were so quick to jump on the kid and shame them and tell them to stop and no, put them back, those aren't yours, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, my kids don't care. They were like, I got my toys that I'm playing with, go for it. I told the parents, they're not my toys, but we found them here, your kid's welcome to play with them. And then the kid, after I invite them to play, is now afraid to play because their parents just shame them.
What's this?
It's ice. Oh. And then at the same time, maybe my kid wants to play with a toy another kid has, and the parents make their kid share the toy that the kid's playing with. That's just must be so confusing. That must be so confusing for our little ones. On one hand, you can't play with a toy that's someone else's, whether or not they're playing with it. And then on the other hand, if you're playing with a toy and another kid wants it, you have to share it. But it doesn't go back the other way. That makes no sense. Parents, what are we doing to our kids? That's craziness. That must be so confusing. That how can a little kid make sense of the world when that's our approach to sharing things? How can they build community and trust and respect and understanding with other children if that's how we approach social situations, especially when it comes to something like sharing, which is so integral to human existence? You know, our philosophy is if you are playing with a toy, play with it. No one can take it from you. You don't have to share it. Because when in the adult world do we force sharing on each other? If I'm using my phone or reading a book or drinking out of a cup or knitting and someone comes up and says, I want to take this and use it right now, like, I'd smack them. What the hell? No, you can't do that. That's not what we do. So why do we expect our kids to do the same thing? I mean, really, just something to ponder.